Now we will start with the next topic, that is voltage shunt feedback amplifier. It is also called as inverting amplifier. So now look at the circuit. It consists of one basic amplifier and one feedback network. So this is a basic amplifier which is replaced by an op-amp. This is a feedback network which is replaced by a feedback resistance RF now, where the input and output of the feedback network, that is the input of the feedback network and the output of the feedback network, are connected in parallel. Hence the name called as shunt feedback or parallel feedback amplifier, where Vin is the input voltage, V0 is the output voltage. So they are connected in parallel, therefore only the basic amplifier is nothing but here current amplifier. Okay, that's why the input and the output current for the feedback network is measured in terms of currents. Okay, so now we'll go to the equivalent circuit which is replaced by this basic amplifiers and a feedback network. Okay, so now in this we'll discuss the some parameters like closed loop voltage gain, input resistance feedback, output resistance feedback, and bandwidth with the feedback amplifier. Okay, so we'll start one by one now. So now first we'll start with the equivalent circuit of a inverting amplifier. I call it as an inverting amplifier now. So there's nothing but an amplifier which produces a 180-degree phase shift between the input and output signal. So we call them as inverting amplifier. So this is a basic operational amplifier where Vi is connected or Vin is connected to the inverting terminal of the op-amp and non-inverting is connected to ground. So therefore we call it as an inverting amplifier, where this represents the basic amplifier and this represents the feedback network which is connected from output to the input side, where R1 is the input resistance of a op-amp. So now this circuit again rearranged like this. Okay, both circuits are same, just we have rearranged the components which are connected to the operational amplifier. So here Vin is the input again. So now I will explain this circuit properly. Just write down these notes based on this now. Okay, because here some explanation has been missed, so that I am going to explain right now. Okay, the first thing we have to write the definition that this is an inverting amplifier which produces or generates 180-degree phase shift between the input and output terminal. Second point, Vin is connected to the inverting terminal of the op-amp, hence the name inverting operational amplifier. Third, here the feedback resistance RF is connected between the output and input. Okay, hence it is called as a feedback resistance RF. Okay, between the output terminal and input terminal. Fourth, here In is the current which is generated by the Vin voltage. Okay, which is splitted as If, that is a feedback current, and Ib, the input current. Fifth, here we know that the op-amp has high input resistance, therefore the base current Ib or the input current Ib of an op-amp is always 0. Okay, the last, the output voltage V0 is measured across the load resistance RL. So this is about the explanation of inverting operational amplifier. Now we will go through the parameters one by one. In that, the first one here is closed loop voltage gain. Okay, so now, so we have to find the voltage gain. Closed loop is nothing but here it includes V0 divided by Vin, that is the closed loop voltage gain. So open loop voltage gain nothing but V0 divided by Vid is nothing but open loop voltage gain, where Vid is nothing but what? V1 minus V2, where V1 is directly connected to ground. Okay, and now here the current In is always depends on the potential difference between these two, that is Vin minus V2 divided by R1 is nothing but In. Similarly, the current If depends on the potential difference between V0 and V2. So we can say that V2 minus V0 divided by RF is nothing but If. Okay, where Ib is 0 because the input resistance of an op-amp is very high or infinite. So now using all this concept, we are going to the derivation for closed loop voltage gain. Now look at the closed loop voltage gain. What are we going to do here? Applying the KCL to node V2 we get. So this is a node V2 here. So here this is a node V2. Here applying the KCL for this. If I apply the KCL here, IN becomes the input. IF and IB are the currents which are living there. Where IB is 0, IN is nothing but what? Vn minus V2 by R1, and IF is nothing but what? V2 minus V0 by RF, which is explained earlier. So now based on that we will write the expressions here. So applying KCL to node V2, we will get IN equals to what? IB plus IF. Since Ri is very large in terms of 2 mega ohms, therefore we can write that IB can be neglected because it is very small and nearly equals to 0. So therefore we can write IN is nearly equals to IF. Okay. Now we know the formula for IN is nothing but what? Vn minus V2 by R1, which I explained earlier. And IF is nothing but what? Potential difference between V2 minus V0 divided by RF. Now, using this concept, you have to derive the expression for the closed loop voltage gain in terms of RF and R1, or in terms of resistance now. Now, we know that VID is a differential voltage which is nothing but V1 minus V2, where it is equals to V0 by A. Why it is not V0 by A? Because A is the open loop voltage gain, and as we know that the open loop voltage gain is nothing but what? Here you can write it as open loop voltage gain can be written like this, that is A equals to we can write this as V0 divided by VID, correct? Okay, so here VID we have written like this, nothing but V0 by A, V0 divided by A equals to VID, that is written here directly. And here V1 is 0 now. Okay, so what I will get here directly you can write, so since V1 is 0, we can write V2 equals to what? Minus V0 by A. Okay, now as we know that V2 equals to minus V0 by A, now this value need to be substituted in this equation. Wherever V2 is there, that should be replaced by minus V0 by A. So if I substitute here, what I will get? So here this is the next expression which is I will get here, that is Vn plus becomes, because minus into minus plus here, V0 by A by R1 equals to minus V0 by A minus V0 divided by RF. What I have done here, I have just substituted the value of V2 in this equation. Okay, so we will get this term of equation. So in that, now again we are going to simplify this. What I will get here, R1 is common for these two, so we will get Vn by R1 plus V0 divided by A into R1 equals to, here in this V0 is common with negative sign, we have taken V0 as common, this becomes 1 by A plus 1 divided by RF. The next thing what I will do, I will take the LCM for this, this becomes 1 plus A divided by A. Okay, so now that is done here in this expression. So now what I will do, here I will take this V0 to the LHS side and I will bring this Vn by R1 to the RHS side. So what it happens, here V0 becomes common in this, so 1 divided by AR1 plus A plus 1 divided by ARF equals to minus Vn by R1. Okay, so now in that 1 by A is common, take 1 by A at the outside, it becomes V0 by A. So you will get, and take the LCM here, so what you will get, RF plus A into R1 plus R1, that is written here. Okay, RF plus AR1 plus R1 divided by R1 into RF equals to minus Vn by R1. Okay, so now if you have to rearrange this because we need a voltage gain, so which is nothing but what we need here is we need the complete voltage gain, that is closed loop, which is denoted by AF, is nothing but what? V0 by Vin we need, correct? So V0 by Vin is required. So for that, here what we are going to do, you have to rearrange this equation. This equation needs to be rearranged. So here V0 is here, Vn is taken to the LHS side and A is taken to the RHS side. So here V0 by Vn becomes A, and this is multiplied here, it becomes R1 into RF divided by RF plus R1 plus AR1. Okay, so into R1 is there already, that is R1 here. Now R1 get cancelled, what we left here is ARF divided by RF plus R1 plus A into R1. Okay, so this is the actual expression for closed loop voltage gain in terms of resistance and gain. But now we have to reduce this equation by considering certain points, that is, now we know that AR1 is much higher than R1 plus RF, because A is the closed loop voltage gain, which is very large. So the product of these two becomes very large comparing to these two resistors. So therefore we can eliminate these two. If I eliminate these two, here A get cancelled. What we left here is RF by R1. So that is shown in the next page here. So that is, so here it is shown, since A into R1 is much greater than R1 plus RF, so these two A get cancelled, we will get it as RF by R1. So now another important point here is the negative sign, which indicates that the output voltage has a 180-degree phase shift between the input and output. Another important point, we can represent this equation in terms of A and beta also. So that can be done using this expression. You have to divide the equation phi by R1 plus RF. Now as we know that here the equation phi is, this is the equation phi here. So this equation phi need to be divided by R1 plus RF. If I divide this by R1 plus RF here, this becomes ARF divided by R1 plus RF. This RF plus R1 get cancelled, it becomes 1 plus AR1 divided by R1 plus RF. That is shown here. So that is shown here. So here it is shown like this. That is ARF divided by R1 plus RF. That is at the numerator side. At the denominator side, here there is RF plus R1 get cancelled with R1 plus RF. This becomes 1 plus AR1 divided by R1 plus RF. So now we will substitute that. RF divided by R1 plus RF will take it as K, and R1 divided by R1 plus RF will take it as beta. Okay, because we already proved that beta in non-inverting operational amplifier and proved that beta is nothing but R1 divided by R1 plus RF. Now we have to substitute this in this equation. We will get it as AF equals to minus AK divided by 1 plus A beta, where K is nothing but attenuation factor and beta is the gain of feedback circuit. So attenuation is nothing but which introduce the noise in the inverting amplifier. Okay, so now as we know that A beta is a product of the loop gain, so this is very large when compared with the 1. So 1 plus A beta becomes A beta, that condition taken here. So 1 plus A beta becomes A beta. So we can write this as AF equals to minus K by beta, because here A get cancelled. 1 plus A beta becomes A beta. A get cancelled, we will get K by beta. And you know that the value of K is RF by R1 plus RF, and beta is nothing but R1 divided by R1 plus RF. So if you divide these two, K divided by beta, if you substitute here, R1 plus RF get cancelled, we left with RF by R1. So that is written here. Okay. So if I divide these two, you get AF equals to minus RF by R1 also. Again it is proved. Okay. So therefore this is about the closed loop voltage gain of a inverting amplifier, which is shown in a block diagram also. So here this is not required for the explanation. This is just written as additional information. No need to take on this. No need to consider this one. Okay. So up to this much we have to write the derivation for closed loop voltage gain. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me or text me a message. Thank you.